Hello everybody, welcome back to Motion RC Live for our first Friday of October alongside Wes. I'm James, we got Alex, we got Lori in the studio for our regular sort of live show where we run through some products, talk about what's new going on at Motion RC. It's going to be a big month for us here. A lot of things are coming and happening, which is cool as we approach the end of the year, and we're happy to have you join us. Today, I see in the chat, Victor, Michael Holder, RC Forever, made it. Finally, Alejandro's in. He always says he misses it. We always get like a comment 2 days later, and he says, darn, I missed it. But you'll be seeing that F22 video you shared on Hobby Squawk in a little bit. And Paul Fletcher, hello. So as people are coming in, Wesley, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing beautiful. You know, we've been working on the new flying field, getting a lot of content done from there. Looking forward to going out there this afternoon. Got some batteries cooking right now. Lots and lots of flying here lately, so it's been a good time over here.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. You do have a lot to fly over there, which is awesome. In the first order of business, finally, and we apologize, but U.S. Customs has been awful to this poor container. The B-25s, the majority of them have arrived. There were a few that had arrived early, much earlier, so a couple people who pre-ordered first got theirs, but you know, now the full shipment array. So all of those have pretty much gone out. I feel like most people who pre-ordered their B-25 should have a shipping notice. Some of you we've seen on the community have gotten theirs and got started on assembly, so we're excited for all of you. And we did get more in that are available now to purchase. So if you waited, they're here, they're raring to go, and they're not going anywhere as far as, you know, anymore. Now you'll be able to get them regularly. That was just crazy. If you're following us on Facebook and stuff, we try to keep people updated. And Tom, one of our co-owners, he's in the warehouse all the time, always tracking these things. He was giving updates almost every other day on Hobby Squawk thread to people trying to figure out what happened, because the container came in that had the B-25s, got into LA, got an inspection there, then it moved on a train somewhere in Chicago close to the warehouse, but there's another custom place there that took it off and did another inspection. And those things, you know, are the type of things where they do them and you never know how much they take. Literally, they take everything out of it, go through everything and put it all back in. That seems like a lot of work, so it's crazy. RC Forever, yeah, man, the Merkava. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. That's Heng Long's latest, and it arrived in the EU for us, on sale now in the EU, and coming very soon to the US. So me and Alex got a chance to do that video, and it's a beautiful tank. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, the B-25s, you're going to take that today, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, the B-25 is going to go out for a flight. I'm sure guys will be seeing that soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got me some paratroopers to stick in there now, so a little different on this one.
We saw a guy drop some paratroopers, and he kept his eyes on the paratroopers and took his eyes off his plane. So promise us you won't do that, Wes.
Yeah, no, I promise to keep watching the airplane. I'll let the camera people watch the paratroopers.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hopefully one doesn't get in the tail or something. Or if it does, get it on camera, right?
Totally. I went the B-17. You want the B-17. We have, what do we have? We have an Nexa B-17.
Oh, I don't think we have one right now.
Not yet? Eventually.
I don't think we have one currently.
But we don't have a B-17, Ralph. So we have
we
B-24. We got the B-25.
Many years ago.
But we have not done our own B-17 as of right now. Michael Holder just ordered the Cougar. Awesome. That's something that I might be bringing.
They came back in stock over the weekend too.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those newer aircraft definitely back in stock. But that's awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. Flies. All the newest stuff is just, you know, has been top notch, and I'm sure you're gonna love the next one at some point when that one comes, because there's always a next one. So I said let's move into the community, because we went through, I was, you know, chugging away every time I see something that I think is live show worthy pop up in the Facebook customer community that we got. Over 22,000 people, I think, at this point. It's crazy.
Grows every day.
The community has grown. But we had a lot of good submissions there for this month, and a couple B-25s. You know, we'd always said you know, we thought obviously the B-25 does have a lot of different nose arts and a lot of different livery options. So it's great to see people finally, you know, take this one and do it, like some people have done the Cougar and all the other aircraft. So moving on, we'll start where we start now. Oh, let's start with Alejandro. We're gonna put it as a starting soon. We're just gonna play. We only really have to play the first like minute. We're not gonna play his whole video here, but he uploaded this to his RC Forever channel and just, dude, such a good pilot. It's unbelievable. Just from the takeoff, he puts the gear up and does like an outside turn.
What?
And goes right into inverted. Like, I don't normally even think to do that on my takeoff with it, but right off the bat, it sets the tone for, you know, just the type of pilot this man is, and it looks so good. And I don't know, man, did you upgrade your camera? Because this camera looks crisp right now. It's just the perfect lighting, the mountains in the background. Jeez. Unbelievable. Is this the 6S version? Alejandro, you're in the chat. You could let us know. I forgot to see. But unbelievable. What a good looking bird.
Mm-hmm.
Wes, are you going to bring the F-22?
I am bringing the F-22 to Haiti.
You are. And that's the 8S one, right? Because you just did the tail flame in it.
Right, just did the tail flame this week, and I actually just kind of went through it, made sure everything was good, and yeah, the plan was to bring it with me up there to Haiti this weekend. Love the airplane, just haven't got to fly it.
So take some notes.
Yet.
I want you to mimic this flight entirely, because you've got an 8S F-22, and this is an 8S F-22.
I'm going to have to do those mixes that he's got going in there.
Yeah, if anything, do that takeoff right to that outside back into inverted. Just look how smooth, you know?
Oh, I know.
Just how smooth this thing. Now we're watching way more than I thought we were gonna, but we're all sitting here looking at it like, yep. Yep.
Nice. Look at that flat spin. Yeah, he's definitely got it where he's got his elevators split.
It looks slow motion.
Yeah, I keep going to go to the next thing, and it keeps flying really well.
Don't change it. It's too good looking. It's too good looking.
Oh, it's beautiful with the mountains in the background.
Yeah. Ah. The depth of those mountains back there is always.
Okay, it is.
Oh, it is a little slow-mo. Okay, you sped it down. All right,
Helps
fair
with the
enough.
Scale appearance, I think, with that 30% slowdown.
Gotcha, okay. Wow. Either way, it still looks awesome. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
There you go, 30% speed down.
And whoever was filming it, man, good tracking. He kept it because obviously it was going faster, and he's making his movements. Not easy when you're zoomed in to follow with that. All right, and then we'll move on. Next, we got Didier Watson with his AL-37. He lighted it up, or lit it up, if you will. Yeah, he shared a picture of it, but looking good there in the evening. Gonna look good at night or in the dusk.
Look at the lights.
I love those custom, you know, that highlight the tail, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People put those in and shine the lights and just, you know, really makes the tail art pop like the real thing. I always love that when they do that. Always do a good job there. Then we got Peter Bolton Carlson, and he almost hits a wall. He was bringing in for a landing, and you got to play this one. I thought that was really funny. Comes in, has too much speed, and just pulls up before he hits that wall over there.
I didn't even notice the stone wall when I was putting this in.
Stone wall.
I was like, that's a low pass. Cool.
Boop! And just saved himself from tragedy.
Pull up.
Nice to see it had the power to get up and out of Dodge real fast. What's up, Mike Bird? How you doing today? And we have Mikhail Olofsson, and they were at an event, and we've seen some of these Grippins in pictures, but they were all together. So it's a Grippin fest over there, and they all look good. The camel one always looks good when we see that one pop up on Facebook.
I like that one with the black and yellow on it. Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, that looks good. Even the white canards. All of them look really nice. I would love to. I wonder if anybody filmed that flight. I didn't see any
Right?
bit of a gaggle, or if they even put them all up together. They might not have. Not everybody wants to risk it for the biscuit, if you will.
That's right.
Not everyone's a gaggle flyer. And we got Max Gezzi. And which one was it? Oh yeah, he just posted
love
this.
this.
I 3D printed useless stands. And but they're really cool. So they're just 3D
Those aren't
printed.
useless? That's
yeah,
amazing.
I was like, that worked perfectly. And I think you can crank them like
Oh, yeah.
up and down. So put
They're
them
the
up in-
legitimate like airplane stands they use for real ones to test the gear on.
That's so great.
And he's in
It's
what
so
looks
great,
like
yeah.
a hangar too. Great
Yeah.
job, Max.
That looks legit. Yeah, you just need a couple characters underneath. The little
I think I'm gonna have to fire up the 3D printer for this.
Wes is already ready. I
I
think he
need
did post. He did post the files there.
Yeah, I asked
you
him
could
for
take-
them in the
check it
comment
out.
section of it. I
RC
was like, I need
Terminator,
these.
that would be great. The Vigan is Vigan's got a great profile. You know, definitely does. Bill Mester comes up next. We have discontinued now, but the MiG-21, and he had found at the museum, you know, its Big Daddy, and managed to get pictures of them together. Always love to see this when people
Mhm.
I love these shots.
are able to put their aircraft with their big brothers. We have so many of these over time. I remember one guy was like he was a MiG-21 pilot. Like he flies. I think he flew in. I forget what military it was, but he, you know, was in his MiG-21, holding his RC MiG-21 with his son in his outfit. That was great. Always love that stuff. Moving on, Alexei Lomov, or Lomov, Lomov. Sorry if I butchered that. But he's got the P-51D from Flightline in his Excalibur. Couple sweet shots. That's a small little, not the new Micro Skynetic one. That's the Flightline. Was it 850 millimeter? I think it is. 3S hand tosser. Yeah. Always super fun. I crashed into one of Wes's one time, a long time ago. We had a Lippish versus Mustang battle.
I still
here
have
in
my
Georgia.
Mustang, so I say I know who won that battle.
You won. Mine is gone. That was my American Lippish. I pretended it was a captured
Captain
one.
America won.
It was a good one. It was a good one, Wes. I'm still sad about it. Vasco Marquez with just some nice shots of his stock Eurofighter. Love it when you get down low. The air brake looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna have that one?
With me.
Are you bringing?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
bringing that. You're bringing that one
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
I take that everywhere with me now. I love that airplane.
That's awesome. Then Nick Vesio, also with a Eurofighter, but he's got some blue accents on it, which looks nice. And I think what is in the back? He had another plane in the background there. Oh yeah, the next one. See now this, it looks like he must have gone back. The next pick is him, but it's pre-pound. I don't know if it's the same Eurofighter, unless he got two, but I think it's the same one. He just hadn't done the canards and the rudder in this one, but over there with his L-39. Looking good. Now this one was interesting. This one came in late. I think I saw this guy do a twin on like a Viper, and then now he's got this rocking, but he put a turbine on top, or a EDF on top of the
A10
Avanti.
here.
So, you know, we're going to see how that works. I don't know what to expect with that. Some people were saying, you know, putting all that extra air across the vertical might disturb some things, but, you know, it looks good. Like the way he installed it. Looks like it's part of it, you know?
Interesting,
Yeah,
for
it looks
sure.
like it fits. So I'm excited to see it, man. Make a video. I hope he makes a video and shows us all what to expect from that. I don't even know how he's powering them. I guess one battery and just is through. But that'll be interesting for sure. For sure. Then Nestor Borgio with his custom AL-37. I'm seeing who's on the tails. Soccer on the tail? That Ronaldo or Messi? I didn't see this one up close. This one came in late. Someone shared this through Facebook and we popped it in there, but looks clean, man. You know, it's not. I think it's might. I don't know who the. I don't know the team, but he's a fan of the team, and it looks great. So it's a team plane, which is even cooler. I always want to do it. A couple NFL teams. I watch the NFL have their own planes. I always wanted to do one like that, or even do a fantasy of the team you like. It works. But good work on the customization, Nestor.
Oh, beautiful paint job.
And we'll move over to Michael Rosnick, who we've seen this heli numerous times. This one has something at the bottom too. He's like carrying one of those.
I think he carries one of the capsules from like Apollo with it.
Yeah.
Gemini. It's a Gemini capsule.
Yeah. And you normally see it, but he always gets some nice crisp pictures when they go out. But super cool. And he also had his T-33 going and just really nice shots.
Gorgeous.
What's up, Brandon Phelps? How are you? RC Turbinator. How's it going? Saying hi to people. What are you guys flying this weekend? Put it in the chat if got any maidens, got anything you're working on. Let us know. Michael Rapuano coming through with a couple Skyhawks, couple scooters, one custom, one standard.
Might have to stick that one in the car too.
You don't have all of these, do you, Wes? No way.
No, not any of them.
Oh, you do have two. Saying they're on the website now. I believe they're in stock, guys. The 70 millimeter, because I'm looking at the next picture. The 70 millimeter F-16s got some upgrades to them, both the Arctic camo and the.
Did they get in stock?
Regular, and Wes, you have one of each on the way out to you. To get videos of the new power system in them, and there were some changes to the fuselage and stuff.
Full flying stabs now too.
Yeah, full flying stabs. So they went hard with the 70 millimeter F-16 is revamped and repackaged, and you know, we'll get the media as soon as we can. They just got here though on the container. I believe must have been with the B-25s and everything, or maybe a second one arrived at the same time. Because moving on to this one, we've got, I don't know, his name was Meta Copyright Infringement on Facebook, and I assume that's a troll, but either way, he had another awesome F-16 with himself at a museum with the real thing. You know, super cool livery. I forget which one it was. There's only so much you could write on this little thing that I'd be able to get on there. The Belgian XTM Viper, is that what it is? Or is that we're talking about a different one?
Love that he got the shot with the real plane
That's
again.
so cool.
Always
but it's
cool.
And wherever
gorgeous.
he is, that looks
and
amazing.
Like,
with
look at the
sun in
sun
the
coming
background.
through the trees.
Yeah, that's really perfect. And he's still got light in front of him too.
Yeah. And honestly, this first shot, when I first loaded it in, I was like, "Oh, when did we come out with a micro F-16 in front of our?"
Oh, you thought it was like the
yeah.
90 millimeter
I had no
behind
clue.
it. This is the 90 millimeter F-16 from Free Wing in the front.
Yeah, I thought it was like behind
it,
we had
and
a
then the
miniature
little one.
version. Crazy.
Now, how cool would it be if we did the 70 millimeter in this scheme or something? That would have been cool. But then again, people might not like that stuff. I think if you get too crazy with the liveries in like a P&P, then it gets nuts. We don't need to show more, Max. We had the video there if you want to skip over. He just had some pictures of his stands as well, but same thing. Then we got Matt Moore with an F-18.
It's back. That's the one we watched die at Florida E-Jets. And he rebuilt it.
Oh, yeah.
His dad rebuilt it again. That was a very sad
awesome.
day. On the maiden flight, it died out at Florida E-Jets.
No.
But he was
we're
not
looking at there. I hope it
not shaken. He has rebuilt it.
Patrice, everything's coming back. It takes time, but yes, containers on the way to EU all the time. There's a lot of models in stock. I don't know which, probably just the ones you want might be out of stock, but they'll be back. Just put your name on the notify me when back in stock list for whatever product you want. And the second it comes in, you'll get an email in order of getting on that list. So it's a good tool to use so you don't have to constantly check and, you know, be disappointed if the thing you need isn't there. or you think you're going to miss it if it does come in and then goes out of stock again, because some of these aircraft do, and other things do, fly off the shelves the second they come in. It's just that type of thing. Then Josiah Hill with his F-14. Love that. Like Jolly Rogers. Skull and bones on the back. Good looking aircraft. Good looking F-14.
Heck yeah.
He said, oh, and he posted this because he said he's about to put his planes into storage because he's I believe he got into the Navy, and I think he's shipping off. So he'll be gone for a little while, he said, when he posted it. And, so we thank you for your service and best of luck to you. And we hope when you do get back, share some video of that flying.
For sure.
John Cease with a customized fire bomber. This one actually had on the Motion page, the community selling it. He's putting it up for sale. So go check the Facebook custom community if you're interested. He had it for sale, but I'm like, it's a good looking OV-10. Now this one would be great if you put like a water tank in it. Like take the contraption from the B-25, the bomb, however the bombs rework, get it in
some
here.
Way to drop water.
Fill it up with water, get some way to fill it up with water. And then start a small brush fire. And just, be careful.
Just crash the airplane into the brush fire. Get more views.
No, please don't do that. JD Crow, there we go. Another one with his water balloons would work. That would work. JD Crow, B-25. He's got his out there. And I used one of these pictures because he had a couple pictures that were from his camera, and then I believe he had somebody there with a professional camera. There you go. And it's in the bottom left.
Yeah.
I can't read it. What does it say, Alex?
Bob Score.
Bob Score. Whiskey Hollow Media?
Yeah.
Awesome pics. Now, I don't know if you think that's takeoff or approach? Looks like
landing.
takeoff. You think he's landing?
He's going, oh no.
Yeah, I was like, he looks a little, it's cool, but I hope everything was all right. But some nice shots of the bomb drop going off.
The little parachuters.
Definitely looks good. In the sky. I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen that one in the sky yet. I haven't seen that one in person yet. So next week. We do good. We will see it. I would like to get a flight on that one if I could.
Heck no, you're not allowed to fly.
What does he got behind there? I like the other pictures. That's the Cougar in the background with the AL-37 in the forefront. Really cool. I like that. Air show.
I need another AL.
Nice.
Haven't flown one of those since Jonah.
And then it's Cougar. That's one I may bring, Wes. And do you have one in your possession?
Negative, Ghost Rider. Pattern is full.
Maybe I can leave that one with you. That one's easy to stow. It's pretty thin.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe I'll
fly it.
Down.
We'll have fun. I fly.
Jason Chappell with his custom. Oh, this is cool. U.S. Airways. Cool. I believe U.S. Air. And when he got it, he'd post pictures. I don't know if he works for U.S. Air. I'm assuming because he does have like the U.S. Air sign, like either in his garage or wherever this is, in his man cave. Like looks like he puts it on the wall.
You guys throwing out those letters? Can I grab them?
Yeah. Hey, if you're, totally put that on the wall like a man cave or something. Looks good, but that was obviously pre the work he did on his aircraft. And post looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen that livery. Of all the liveries, obviously that is by far the most customized, I think, foamy jet.
I love the
freeway,
chrome.
If not ever. What'd you say? The chrome?
I love the chrome that he's done over the whole top of that airplane. Yeah.
Chrome always pops. Looks good when you...
It's a fingerprint eater,
right.
though.
Oh, I bet. Like whenever I see like the Spitfires done in the chrome or something, I always like that. Then we got Jay DeJong with his B-24. I like this. And then he also, this is him. Oh, young
were the
dudes with
jet
all
jocks.
their free wing and flight line aircraft, the MiG, the F-22, the B-24, and the Gripen. Looking good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to see the younger crowd. Then James Bowen had a jet jam. I forget where this one was, but out in his neck of the woods. What's up, Joe Platt? How you doing? And he had his AL-37, his B-2. Just looking like he had a lot of fun over the course of a couple days. 86 and L-39. And I believe his son with the Goshawk. Looking good.
Love
And
the
then
Goshawk.
Look at this one. Gary Croft with a Jolly Rogers OV-10.
Oh, this
I
was awesome.
really like that.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's a good looking OV-10 Bronco for sure.
I like that he weathered all the panel lines on it too. I mean, it just really pops. This is a beautiful, beautiful paint job.
I like the paint job on the drop tank too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little yellow stripe on it. And there you go. Nice top shot where you really see it pop. That's a really good looking team.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it even more when you're looking at it. Aces High Hobbies, what's up, man? Used to have that Goshawk.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
3D
A
printed
mini
that
version
too.
of, well, the mini version of the Goshawk would be the Bayhawk. You know, you can always customize it to be the T45. It's not too varied, but you know, grab yourself a 70 milli, you get the same characteristics, if you will. But those like fly like a sport jet. And we got Chris Rybert, just showed off, sent a bunch of pictures. He's a popular heli pilot, and he's flown a bunch of Robans, so he just shared some pics of few of the many that he's flown over his time or that he owns, and they all look good. I really love that red.
One day, I got to do a big one. One day.
Well, I'll have you guys know that's the helicopter I was in.
Alex
That's the Air
was-
Vermont helicopter.
You were in Sweden?
Switzerland.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Alex recently went to Switzerland, and yeah, he had a picture. We should have put that picture in.
I sent it to you. Oh, it wasn't in the last live show?
Well, I didn't know if I don't think we put it in the last live show. I didn't know if you wanted to put it in the show.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have did that. But yeah, you went all through. How was it riding that thing?
Amazing.
Was it?
Amazing. Just
You were
flying
front
over
row?
the Matterhorn.
Oh yeah, you went over he took this heli, real life, up over the Matterhorn.
It was awesome. It's my entire personality now, basically.
That's awesome. But yeah, look cool. And then we got Chris Hebert with working on a Black Horse Viper and doing some cool customizations on it. Well, this is just him with everything out and about, like he's adding all his wiring. But check this, look at the lighting he's doing just on the wingtips. Like he's going hard. He's going hard on the, you know, just small portions of it. But that looks really cool. I'll be interested to see when, I'm sure he'll post more when it's done, but it's looking good. Looking like a nice labor of love. Michael Niehoff, what's going on, man? Hello from North Dakota. Hopefully get the Bearcat up this weekend. Sweet, well watch on Monday, because on Monday we got a video coming. Wes is flying the Flightline Bearcat himself, which you will see. And we got Brandon Phelps. Was he in here before? He's in here, right? With his...
Oh, I saw this. Now, this is the one where he cut the turret off and moved it. He cut the guns off the side. Like, he turned it into a B model.
It's no longer a B-25J. It is a different variant of the... the scoops on top are part of the model, right?
Yeah, those come with it. But the gun turret's moved. He cut the gun turret off the tail.
Is it the randomizer you have on it for the gun turrets, Brandon? Or do you have it so that you can rotate them on your own? I would think the randomizer. But look at the riveting.
Okay, and it's the ruptured duck, so it's the Doolittle plane.
Oh, that's
nice.
Awesome. Look at my ruptured duck.
Look at them. Look at them silver dots.
Look at the Papa dots all over it. Did he pay you? Did you pay Papa for that?
I'm in love.
Papa licensed Papa dots.
Gotta get that trademark.
Oh, Alex
my
is trying
feet.
to search for the pick. Get it in.
Got
Get it in.
We
That's
got one
awesome.
more.
After that,
Yeah,
we
that's
got
nice.
Bob
Rupture duck.
Groves. With a, yeah, Brandon, looks awesome. We're gonna see it fly at some point. Do you have anyone who can film it? No, he doesn't have a randomizer. Okay.
Do you have a random person that can hold a camera when you fly it next time?
You know, you could do with the gun turret too. Put like an FPV camera in it with goggles, and then like when you're just flying the plane, you're at an event, pass that to like a kid or somebody else, and they could sort of pilot it and move the turret back and forth. Well, not pilot it, they could just, you know, get a first-person view from the turret like a passenger. I remember we had done that years ago at an event, and now with how small the cameras are, you know, that would work really well. And then people would love it. Just put it on a TV screen and let people just have the ability to turn that turret. It's always cool if you have like a event at your field or anything at some point. And Alex is just prepping. He found the picture. Here he is. Wow, man.
Oh man.
This was Alex's delayed
Honeymoon.
honeymoon. Got married right before COVID. Honeymoon canceled because the world canceled. And then they finally got back out to it. But check that out.
It was awesome.
That looks like Alejandro's flying behind you, and he probably had the F-22 up there somewhere. Like, looks like those mountains. But absolutely gorgeous.
All right, we're coming back to you guys. That's the end of the
Or we
community.
just photoshopped Alex and his wife in front of a robot model.
Hey, I got video
There
too.
you
You
go.
guys want video?
Just shrunk them down. That's awesome. All right, moving along. Wes, we're going to take it back to you because you did this live unboxing, right? You went through the
Yeah.
Wilga with
We did the
people,
live
so you've been
unboxing of
updating
this.
people
A few
through
weeks
it.
ago, we've done a few updates, but yeah, it's the Wilga, guys. It is ready to fly today. After the show, we're going to be heading down to the streets of Bakersfield, and we're going to be going and flying the Wilga. I could give you a quick show around the model real quick. I guess step up for just a second. So I've got an onboard pack inside the airplane, and then I also ran one of our Benchcraft on-off switches, so I can run independent power just for the servos on this because I did run high voltage. But I can just reach in and turn it on, and we can give you a quick look at some of the control surfaces and stuff. If I don't throw it off the table here, that would
Please
always
don't.
be bad. But there we go. Now you can see it. So we've got the standard ailerons.
We got the same shirt
And-
on. I didn't even realize.
Do we have the
both
same
had
shirt?
The same shirt on.
And then I did standard flaps, and then I went on ahead and also did drooped ailerons on it. So if you can see that. So I have full span aileron flaps now. There you
Power-wise,
go.
how do you expect it to be over? Like, you think it'll
I think
hover?
this is going to be more of a stock flying airplane.
okay.
So this has the same motor prop setup as the Dauntless we just did. For the guys that saw the maiden flight of the Dauntless with Jerry, this actually has the same motor prop, power system, batteries as that airplane, which was plenty of power, but I don't think it's going to be able to hover or anything.
Gotcha.
Now, this power system is rated for 10S, so I could always take and put two bigger batteries in there, but I would have to cut on the battery bay to get them in there because it'd be a little too tight. It's really designed around those 4S 5000s to go in here. They fit like perfectly. So, yeah. The only other weird thing on this versus some of the other ones is you have two rudder servos, one just for the tail wheel that goes up to the front on a pull, and then one for this. I ran them in two different channels so that I could do less rates on here and have more throw on the rudder. Some of the
You
little
did that
plastic
yourself,
pieces-
or the manual says you have to?
No,
do
that's
that?
part of the manual.
Okay,
but I
gotcha,
went on
gotcha.
ahead and I did do just so that you don't over torque this for guys that decide to get one of these. What I did is ran it in its own channel because the rudder had so much deflection on the tail wheel that it would have been just almost uncontrollable. So I just ran it in two channels, and I dumbed down the rate so it only has that much turn now, but I still get tons of throw out of my rudder because I like lots of rudder throw. I don't need near as much tail wheel authority. So that was just something I did on the side. It does have suspension, landing gear. It's kind of hard to turn them around right now. But yeah, it's all together, guys.
It's definitely got that interesting landing gear. It's like, 'cause
Yeah.
the
Lori, can you
struts are
zoom in on that
stiff.
since you're up there?
All the suspension is right where the wheel meets the strut, right?
Yeah, I'll let Lori kind of zoom in for a second here, and y'all can kind of look at it. This is all plastic cladded in here. This stuff right here just kind of bolts on. Yeah, here, come on in. There you go. We
And it's
kind
just
of ran
trailing
around the
link,
yard.
right? It's like a trailing.
Yeah,
link.
they are trailing rig. They're very stiff. They're hard to push by hand, but it's because this airplane weighs like 15, 16
Yeah.
pounds. But yeah, they do actually suspension. They go up and down. They have a big real gas shock absorber right here, if you can see it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool how it is. And then all this big detail stuff underneath too. I don't know what this does, but it's pretty crazy looking if you can see all this. There's like a radiator right here, and then there's this big scoop. So you have to put all that on there. But yeah.
Is it a
I don't have the interior in the airplane. The goal is probably at first, I'm going to have to be getting in and out of it so much I left the interior out. I do have it over there. It bolts into it. But at first, while we're just trying to get it flown, I'm going to leave the interior out of it. But it might eventually go back in there. But the battery's set underneath the interior, so you have to take it out every single time. Unless you're doing a gas setup, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that. But
And you got a
guy.
whole other things to worry about.
Right, electric guy. But yeah, and then the doors. So to get in and out to change the batteries, this door just goes up and down. Pretty cool.
And these planes are also great with the. Oh, we just lost Wes, and he's back. He's back.
You're back.
You're back.
That was weird.
Hey.
Hi.
Move on. It
Sorry.
never happened. Like it never happened.
Never happened. Yeah. But anyway, so the windows just open like that, and then you can reach right in, and then the batteries just go right in and out right there. You've got two 5,000 4S batteries, like I said. And then I ran a 2100 Admiral 6.6 volt life pack for it, guys. So yeah. And let's see, high-tech D645 MW servos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 servos. So yeah, looking forward to flying it today, though. I imagine this is going to be a lot of fun. I didn't need to add any nose weight either, which was really surprising. Hung it up
How far
off the
forward are
CG
those batteries?
stand. They're all the way up into
They're
here.
in the cowl, yeah. So good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it actually goes down into the floorboard and comes up to about right here. So
gotcha.
No need for nose weight on the electric power system. And this is the power system that we recommend right on the website, guys. So if you order the one from the website, you're going to get this exact same one. Yeah, I painted the prop. You'll get a gray prop. I painted mine white. Just take you some spray paint. Makes it look a little cooler. That's all I can think of, though. All the slats were pre-built. These actually have leading edge slats. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see, maybe turn it up like that. But leading edge slats all down the wings. Pretty cool. It's a little bit of a unique design on the ailerons and the flaps too. Instead of having the standard glue-in hinge that you've seen on a lot of our other Black Horses, this actually has a pin that comes in through the side and goes down through these fiberglass rods to hold all these in. So pretty cool, a little unique on this airplane from some of the other ones. Yeah, that's about all I can think of today until we go fly it. So hopefully you're going to get to see that video pretty soon on the Wilga. If anybody has any questions, wanted to see anything, you can see it again. Maybe from that side you can see now I got the flaps. And then I have the drooped ailerons. There you go. So they come in and out there. Kind of cool. And I can easily flip them into crow mode, so we can try that too. So where the ailerons go up. I know the real airplane doesn't have that, but it might be fun to try it. I'm doing a STOL airplane.
Yeah, why not?
So,
are you gonna go right for? You got to go right for the shortest takeoff you can get on maiden, right?
Right. That's why I was gonna say, like, get it up in the air, and then we're gonna test those droop flaps. If they work, I'm gonna probably be rocking those because it should make it even shorter to take off and land. And like I said, it's got a ton of throws. You can see there's all the throws. So I kind of left it set up like a 3D plane. And then I have, all my cuts on it too, where I can go from high to low rate. So high, low, or mid and low. So got all three of your rates. Anyway, Should be a lot of fun though. We're gonna find out here in 30 minutes. But yeah,
That's awesome.
anyway, that's the Wilga.
Best of luck on the on the main cover. I'm looking forward to it. I know I'll find out right away if it's
Oh yeah, he'll find
if
out right
it was
away.
good or not. Just Lori, make sure that camera's rolling, because we might have some, we're gonna have fun either way, for sure. No, I think you're gonna be fine. That looks awesome.
Like a cross between a Draco and a J3. Yeah, well, it is what a Draco is, guys.
Yeah, the Draco basically is a built.
That's what Draco started life as.
Yeah, exactly, right? It started as a Wilga, and then he just went nuts with the modifications and the upgrades. But super cool, man. And then that brings us to my neck of the woods. I got sent the brand new Merkava. This is the IDF Merkava Mark IV. This is the most recent tank from Heng Long. And guys, I've had a lot of the tanks now over the last couple years since we started carrying the tanks, and this is Heng Long's best yet as far as scale and features. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I had really no knowledge of Israeli tanks, the Merkava in general. So when I was told it was coming to me, you know, that was like the first time I ever really, you know, noticed just to figure out what to expect from it. But it's an absolutely gorgeous tank. In real life, it looks good, but as the 16 scale model, like all the other ones, looks really good with some real detail that you'll see in the video when that does come out. As soon as we get them here in the US, that video will go up, and you see all those iron balls hanging from chain. That's real chain that comes with it. You got to cut the links and, you know, attach the plastic, you know, which would be iron balls to protect the, you know, the hull from any projectiles and stuff. But super cool. There's like brass bits you have to put on. This one actually does take a good amount of time to not assemble. You don't assemble anything, but it's just putting all the detail on the guns, the you know, all the little bits. And I just lost my headphone there quick. It does take a good while. Like I would say it probably took me, even though I was filming, it probably took me about an hour and a half to get everything on the tank and then finish it off with the details that come. But overall, the rivets are awesome, molded into the plastic. This is the professional version. Like all the other tanks we got from Heng Long, we have two versions. So the upgrade version's called, comes with plastic road wheels and plastic tracks. And then the professional version comes with metal road wheels and metal tracks. And that is reflected both in the price and the weight. This tank here has got to be about 11, 12 pounds with the professional version. They get very, you know, heavy and stiff, but if you want to do more bashing and such, then, you know, I always recommend go with the professional version. If you think you're going to be taking it through mud, you're going to be taking it outside a lot. If you're the type of guy that's going to use the tank sparingly as an RC and you just like it as a static model to custom weather it, definitely jump with the upgrade version. If you're just going to drive it around, you know, your house or concrete or just through your grass, the upgrade version will be fine. But if you really want to, you know, try to conquer terrain, if you will, then you go with the professional version. But all around, super cool here. I can turn it on. It's got all the standard features that all our Heng Long tanks, have, as far as it shoots airsoft pellets. It comes with an IR sensor, so the tanks can play tag, if you will, tank tag. You could have tank battles where if you get 5 hits, then the other person's tank shuts down and you have to restart it and stuff. So, you know, there are a lot of tank clubs around. Search around. I know our hobby squad community, there's a lot of guys. That's become a popular place for tankers. There are a lot of, you know, tank clubs around, I should say, that have, you know, set up makeshift battlefields, if you will, with, you know, with buildings and bridges and things to cover and stuff. And they have full-fledged tank battles, which is so fun when you see them in real life. But looking down, you know, one thing I like about this tank too, you don't load the battery underneath. Like some of the most of the other tanks do have the battery underneath. So if you ever took it through water, you know, they're water resistant, but not really waterproof. This one, the battery actually gets loaded from the top down, which is a cool feature. And then all around you get the sounds, you got the newest, you know, the latest board. And I don't know how loud I left it when Here we go. I'm gonna lower the volume a bit. So you should still hear it, but you get like 5, it can get loud. And then it could turn all the way off. So I'll just keep it a little lower, but like all other tanks. But I just love in slow motion, those iron balls, like when it moves back and forth. You got all your standard stuff. I left the airsoft pellet in it, Wes. I almost just shot my laptop screen. Mine was loaded, guys. Watch out. Watch out. It just missed my laptop screen.
Uh-oh, the cat. There goes the cat.
That would have been really hysterical. So yeah, we were having some fun with the target, and it was shooting. You know, these things shoot. Be careful when you shoot the airsoft. Like, don't shoot it at somebody. It'll just it'll sting. You know, especially if you're up close, it'll sting. You know, it definitely has some fire. But here we go. On the front here, I'll show you, Alex. Have it on. So there's a hatch that sort of lifts up, and then it can close. So that's where your on-off switch is in there, which is nice. But then there's a little lever, which you won't see here. It's hard to show. You'll see it in the video. But that comes off, and your battery's right down in here.
Oh, nice.
So very easy access to the battery, which is awesome. You know, so you never have to take the tank upside down. But all around, just cool to have. You know, I thought this was a cool, more recent tank. So the Mark IV, I believe this one, from what I read, was 1999 to 2004 in production. Still, you know, still in use to this day. But
man, the rivets all over it are crazy.
all around. And now with most Heng Long tanks, it will not do a full 360, but it gets very close, see? And you don't want to go too far. But it basically does, they call it 340, but I'd almost say it's, you know, 350 degrees, if you will. And then it's proportional controls. So if I bang, that's totally unscale, but you can slow that down proportionally if you want to. And same with the driving, with all Heng Long tanks. So the harder you are on the sticks, or the heavier on the sticks, the faster it'll move. So it'll definitely move unscale. But also you do get a manual with these tanks where you can go in, there's a way to program these things where, you know, you can lower, like dual rates and stuff, you can lower its max potential on any of the sticks, which is awesome. Then you've got your, just the machine gun, fire, as you would, and all around. Oh, and the smoke. Smoke it out. It's got the newer smoker, which the smoke is almost instantaneous when you start it up, which is nice. It's no longer that push and pull mechanism, which used to jam up for people, gum up. This is more like a vaporizer. So when you stop it, it stops. When you start it on the button, it comes right out. So all around, just super, super duper well done on this one. I'm really impressed. So guys, if you're in the US, hang tight. They are coming very soon. But if you're in the EU, man, they are available right now, both versions, and all around. Just a good looking tank, man. I love these tanks. They're all so different, you know, in their, you know, similar but different, if you will. But I like the modern one. Reminds me more like the Leopard or, you know, the Abrams than some of the, even though I do like the World War II tanks more. Something about them a little more rugged and, you know, and dirty. They had time to develop these. Back then they were just like, slap it together, get it out there, you know, quickly get it out there. So there's so many different versions, but I dig that. I dig that for sure. So, Wes, we are next Friday. So actually this show coming up, guys, we're going to be heading there next week. It is, they say Hayfi, I believe, but it's H-H-A-E-F-I.
Hodges Hobbies All Electric Fly. There you go.
Hodges Hobbies. So Hodges Hobbies, for those, you might have heard that, Quick Mac Hodges, you know, popular in the RC community, most notably for his large B-29, and Hodges Hobbies was big here in Georgia for years, and that's where his field is. And Seth, which I always thought was one of the larger shows out there, electric shows, which takes place around the time of springtime, right around Joe Knoll. Usually it's the week before or the week after. I think it might be the week before.
Right.
Joe Knoll for Seth, but they do this one in the fall, so we're going to be heading down there.
This is just like Fall Knoll. That was last week, so now we have Hayfie, which is the electric version of their winter event. So yeah.
I'll be excited to see what's down there, and it'll be good to go. And as Wes said, he's bringing a bunch of, as we're going through the customer community, he was bringing a bunch of stuff. What's up, Anders? How you doing, man? What's going on?
Yeah,
Welcome in. Greg Trepis.
RVs.
When is the Avanti SV2 F22 8S being restocked? They come
Soon.
as they come. Get on the notify me when back in stock. It's not a question I can answer off the top of my head because there's always containers coming. You just, notify me when back in stock. Trust me, the Avanti and the F22, super popular. They'll get them here as fast as humanly possible. But if you put yourself on the notify me when back in stock list on the website, you'll be one of the first to know when they do get in stock. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see you. You've never been here, right? I was here once years ago. I was here, a decade ago. When I used to work for Hobby King back in the day, we went down there, and that was the only time I ever managed to get down there, New York. So it'd be good to get back. I'm about a 3-hour drive. You're about 6. You're probably 4. Okay, there's almost midpoint between you and I, which is cool. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And the event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And you're getting there Wednesday night or Thursday?
I'm getting there Wednesday afternoon, setting up the RV, get the airplanes out, put them in the tent, that kind of stuff. And then we're coming back, I believe, either Monday or Sunday. I can't remember. I have to look at it again. But I think we're there 5 days total.
But the event, guys, is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So usually when events like that, Friday's probably going to be the busiest day because if people are there, they usually start heading out midday, Saturday. That's usually the case. Like, I'm sure people are probably, I think actually they said All in the Fall expecting bad weather tomorrow, so I think it's wrapping up today. A lot of people are heading out. And All in the Fall is taking place right now. As it's going, been trying to follow with some of the pictures and some of the happenings there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it ends on Sunday. I think Fall Knoll.
No, Fall Knoll ends Saturday normally, and then so people usually, like all the vendors, like we were there, we would always start cleaning up Saturday morning, and most people are heading out Saturday. Like, it's usually a ghost town by Saturday afternoon. But I think I just saw today on one of the forums that tomorrow's supposed to be like 15, 20 mile an hour winds, just not the best day. So a lot of people started packing up. But apparently, the week was gorgeous. So I'm excited to see any videos and such that come out of there this year for Fall in the Knoll in the Fall. Fall in the Knoll. For Fall in the Knoll. It works. It works. I'm waiting for the Avanti V2. I do fly the Seabart Avanti XS turbine. So I do need the Motion RC Avanti V2. Yeah, I mean, that's the plane, right? Everybody needs one. Even if you don't want them, they fly excellent. You're never gonna go wrong with an Avanti, especially now that it's been upgraded and updated even more than it ever was in the past. I bet it flies even. I haven't flown the newest one yet. I bet it's great. How you guys doing? Got my B25 coming. Nice. LHDRC. Awesome. Are you doing any custom liveries to your B25? You're going to leave it stock with one of the 3 liveries? Oh, that was another thing I saw on Facebook. Somebody posted, if you get your B25, you're going to notice, especially on this first run, that your decals are going to look like they were cut up. And that's because they were. There was a 4th livery that was going to be an option, but late in the process, they realized they couldn't do that option. So the factory went through because they were already printed on the same sheet, and they just cut out those liveries. Like, somebody's like, oh, they opened it and cut my what happened? And if you go to our website, we only list the 3 liveries available. So if you see that, just keep that in mind. I think in future runs, that'll be fixed. They'll just, shrink the decals and get them to fit on less pages. But if you notice that, don't fret. And a lot of the stickers that are missing from there are already pre-applied as well, like the roundels, some of the stuff on the prop and stuff. A lot of the little stickers are already going to be on the B25. You're just basically doing, the main nose art and tail arts and stuff, I think. right, Wes?
Correct. Yeah, it comes with the stars and bars and all the decals for the props already pre-applied. Everything else you have to do yourself.
So when you get that, don't some people answer, but it becomes a whole hubbub online where people are like, "Wow, how could they do that?" It's like, dude, they're just we just cut them off, took them out. There was gonna be a fourth one, but it just wasn't right. For the Nexa P40, it seems like when I fly it, it bobs up and down. Does it like to be a little nose heavy? I'm flying it electric with a 6S 5000.
Put a 6,000 in there.
Yeah, maybe
It
stick a
does like to have a
6,000
little
in
bit of nose
there.
weight.
I think I like my Warbirds with a little more nose heavy than.
Yeah. And then James built that airplane. I got it from him recently, and then I've got the Hobby Eagle gyro in the Nexa P40, and it really makes that thing fly rock solid now. So maybe think about adding a Hobby Eagle A3 light gyro to it.
That could work.
Yeah.
Can never go wrong with a gyro.
Can't go wrong.
When it's set up right. It's only going to help make it look even better, in the sky. Wife likes Mitch the Witch. Mitch the Witch is a good one. I like that. Which one did you have on yours, Wes? You have the girl, right?
On mine, I have the other one. What's it called? I forget. The Crusaders? No, the darn. Can't remember.
Gary Croft, push come to shove, planes without
Heavenly
decals don't sell as well as planes with decals. It's as simple as that. There's only one aircraft all time that sells better without decals, and that's the AL-37. And I think that's obvious why, just because there's 1,000,001 options for that plane to do it. But for the most part, it just people like planes with less options.
Take it out of the box and go fly.
It's always been that way. So but the customizer just adds an extra step of priming it and starting fresh. But that's always been the case.
Or the easy thing with like the B-25, go to Home Depot, get a little can of paint that's the same color, and just paint right over the decal. You can't even tell it was there.
Yeah, I painted over numerous decals. Like, you'd have to really look to see, especially with the water slide ones. They're so thin anyway.
Right.
They just blend right in. Hey guys, how are you all? We're doing well, Mr. Rahimi, because it is Friday. It is the start of October. It's nice and cool out where I am.
That's right.
Which
getting
is nice.
A cold front this week.
You're getting a cold front?
80 degrees.
It's only going to be, what is it there by you? Because we have really cool mornings.
87 today, I think.
We had sub 60 mornings, and then it gets to like 80 by the afternoon. So we're in that
86.
time frame where it gets nice and warm during the day, but chilly. Like you want a jacket in the morning when I take the kids to the bus, and then I could still be in shorts in the afternoon. I always love the fall weather, though. It's a good time.
It's been beautiful here the last few days. It's been really windy, but beautiful.
Well, that's my hope. We haven't actually here in Georgia. I'm 3 hours from, and Georgia's huge, so I'm still 3 hours from that show. And I just hope the weather holds out, because we had a beautiful last couple weeks. I don't think we've seen a drop of rain, hardly any sort of bad weather down here. So I just hope that give us another week of that. I'll take another, sir. One more week of it so we can do that. Will there be a March competition this year for the paint jobs? Brandon, the issue with that is the website that handled that, because there's only one way to do that 64 tournament, to tally up those votes. The website that did it just doesn't exist anymore. It was like a hosting site. I guess not that many people used it. So like, I don't have another way to, because it would be impossible for me with the thousands of people voting on 64, because there's 64 planes on each side. So 32 matchups in that round, 16 matchups, 8 matchups. So it's like everybody votes 63 times. Times that by 2,000 people doing it. I would never be able to manually count everybody's votes. This website did all that work for me. And I don't know how to build that myself, and the website was just gone. So it made it like, it was cool because it was a play, even though I don't watch college basketball. I always used to fill out a bracket, at work thing, throw $5 into a pool. And I was like, oh, at the time when we made it, So maybe we'll just do a different type of thing. But you know, it stinks. It was heavily reliant on that system, and it no longer exists, which is sad. So it was devastating. But maybe we come up with something else. Patrinsic Brothers, what's going on, man? When are you gonna fly the PJ50? So you do the unboxing. Want to see that bad boy in the air? Want some inverted flights through Sylvania? Some acrobatic ones. What's the definitive P51 in foam? We probably don't have it. We don't have our own foam P51 big size, because I like big. You know, we have some fun ones for sure. The Flightline smaller one is a great hand launcher, but, you know.
We have the 1400 millimeter, I think, isn't it?
14 hours. The old Crow is old, though. It's
It
still
is old,
labeled
though, yeah.
free wing, you know, like that was pre-Flightline. So it's still a good aircraft, but, you know, I'm not going to sit there and pretend it's, you know, the greatest P51 in foam.
Right.
But that may change one
though.
day. That may change one day. For sure. Can you see my P51? I don't have a P51 here.
What P51?
What's he looking at? Where's my P51? You got one for me? I'll take it. As soon as possible, James. Can't wait. There you go. Yeah, that would be great. I'm looking forward to it. You guys been back in business, it looks like, with the videos wise. Good to see you guys back out there having a good time. Breckham Roy's RC. Truth, I told you it's the, yeah, hey, I'd say probably the best one there is. We'll just take the best Spitfire and best Corsair to the bank. We'll keep that
hands down.
Keep that
you
going.
Want a Spitfire or Corsair? You ain't gonna find a better one.
Come this way. But awesome. All right, seeing everybody in here. We're getting close. It is now 1 o'clock. In closing, yeah, guys, this month is going to be fun. So again, next week, Wes is getting out there earlier than Alex and I, but where the plan is to hopefully, weather dependent, we're going to drive down, meet you guys down there, film a little bit, and, you know, fly some aircraft, see what's going on down at the field. So that'll be awesome. We'll probably try to go, I would think, you know, turn the camera to us and do some live, stuff from down there. If, you know, the internet's good. I don't know what it'll be like.
I don't know how the
there,
internet
we won't
is,
know.
yeah. If it's good, we plan on going live, you know, almost every day while we're there, probably. So
yeah, that'll be awesome. And then what's it called? Yeah, it's just a big month, man. I mean, obviously you got a lot of things to fly. I'm guessing this month you're gonna fly that gas Corsair. It's coming. You got to.
Oh, look, the internet cut out.
Come on, we got to get up there. We got to give it to a gasser.
Oh, look at that. The internet cut out at the right time.
That's so funny.
I didn't hear what you were going to say about that.
I want to see it in the sky. Do you want me to maiden it? Get it revved
Yeah, there you
up.
go.
I'll maiden it. Let's do it.
I just got to run
awesome.
the engine. I just still hadn't done it.
And then the plan here is November. Who knows? Maybe this next live show might take place live at your studio, Wes, because we're going to get together coming up here in a month. You know, aside from this show, I want to head back down to Florida. It's always great when we get. Last time we were together, I think we smashed a Spitfire and a P-51 when we were in Florida. So,
That's right. Don't do that again. Papa's never given up on me on that one.
We got some more, you know, that we can do, but it'd be good to get back with you guys. Hopefully that'll be next November. So next week, look out for us being live from Hayfi. Either way, whether it's long form or short form, will be weather dependent. But Wes, I'll bring our setup. You know, if we want to actually try to plug in and just, you know, do a sit down sort of live there. Or worst case, we'll just do it from our phones, as people do, just to give you little sneak peeks into the happenings. And then, you know, if we're there and we're filming, you know, we're going to edit a nice, tight little highlight video, as we like to do, because that's the best. That's my favorite part of going to these events. Just the mix mash of different planes you see, of, you know, all the different aircraft there. I'm not sure what other vendors are going to be there. I know there's there's definitely a couple others on the list. But we'll show you it all from down there. It's a good spot, beautiful location, and Going to be exciting to be there. So guys, definitely enjoy those B-25s if they're coming in. Look out for the Merkava, going to be coming soon. We got some new FMS trucks that just came in, actually. If you subscribe to our email, that's you get an email every Tuesday and Friday, which is going to clue you into some of the latest things, the most popular things, whatever it is. Whatever news we have for you, we try to share there. And that's it, guys. Anders, no hint of any new aircraft in progress. Do we ever give hints of any new aircraft in progress? Like, do we ever give full-on hints? You know, if we're going to tease something, we usually 24 hours tease, but I don't think we're teasing anymore. Especially now, we don't even want to, we want to make sure it's in stock at this point before we even say anything, because we finally, we finally got bit by customs with the B-25. That stunk. You know, it was nothing to do with anything that anyone did. You know, it stunk people had to wait so long to get them in, but they're in, and we hope you guys enjoy them, and you still have all of October, November to get them in the sky, you know, before that weather comes in. And, you know, if anything, get them customized up. Watch Wes's airbrushing tips video. He's done a couple now. He did the tank figure. If you want hints, I don't know if that video is going to get as much traction because we labeled it, maybe because I labeled it a tank figure. People saw it as a tank figure. I feel like you got to go do a pilot figure the same way. And then,
it's easy.
You know,
I can do
but
it.
same thing. You made that look really good. So if you want some tips, you know, if you plan on
the airbrush and the Warbird video is doing really good. It's up to like 3,500 views now. Guys are enjoying that one.
It's a good one. The videos like that, those tip videos are great because, you know, people come back to them. You know, they come back to them all the time. Like just the simple water slide decal one. You know, you just did one recently. I had done one a few years ago. I get comments almost every day on that. Wow, I didn't know that. And it's like, okay, you know, those are some of the best videos because they live the longest. You can't go wrong with good tips. And we even have older videos of Wes and I. We're here.
Right.
Painting up some, you know, because that's the one thing about this, before I let you guys go, you know, with the, we show in a video we have on our website where we show you how to paint the professional version because the tracks come all metal and it doesn't look right, you know, to the real thing. So you'd want to paint them.
We did a Sherman too, if I remember right.
Yeah, we did the Sherman, we did the King Tiger. I got them around here somewhere. But yeah, we painted up we painted them up and weathered the tanks, and some of the tanks too with the plastic hulls. Wes was showing me we took the soldering gun and we stuck the plastic and made like, you know, and then painted it silver and made it look like you know, it took shots, which is awesome. I don't have that one readily available for me, but you went hard on that one. And wait, I'll give you, just so you guys see, he did that, and this is about, I think I have the same one or a similar one, at least in the color, but that's how it would look unpainted, you know. So Wes went hard with the chain on the front. It looks great anytime you just pull out the airbrush.
Sand,
and do a little work. And you really went hard on that. It looks like it's been sitting in water and rusting for 50, 60 years, Wes.
Yeah. So I did this one before I was filming them, but yeah, I've got a Tiger 1 that we're planning on doing the same thing on for video now. So that'll be a fun video.
You should weather one of the Kobe tanks.
Right?
Try to make it look as real as possible. Those things are so cool too, man. If you guys are, you know, I know they're like Legos, but they're display-worthy collectibles that are cheaper than Legos and more scale as far as the scale options, you know. Kobe specializes in the military scale stuff and some other stuff. They got like Titanics, things like that. But mostly all the Warbirds
I haven't done one of the boats
all
yet.
The tanks are there.
I need to do one of the ships. I'd like to do that eventually. I've been enjoying these.
I only did this German. They had the German. I did this a while back. You know, they had the German sailboat, submarine.
Sailboat.
Look at that sailboat.
It sails until it sinks.
But just you know, the way they have the finishing on them, they're pretty darn cool, man. And they all usually come with some sort of stand and like a block that has the name of it on there, so you could display them. But like I had the Apache, the AL-37.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to this one. Something a little different.
Okay, Moonlander. Nice.
I ordered the
Apollo
lunar
11.
lander kit.
Lunar lander.
You know, that'll be cool. Apollo 11.
That's an interesting sailboat, right? It is. The wind will take it right underwater, no problem. It's very windy underwater in the oceans, but all around super cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, that's where we're probably going to cut it here. We're 10 minutes over our usual allotted 1 hour time. As always, first Friday of the month is when we're back like this in full form, where we basically summarize the month and talk about what's coming up. So we'll be there, whatever that day is, whatever the first Friday is in November, we'll all be back together. But like I said, next week you'll probably see us again together, hopefully on Friday. I think that'll be the busiest day. That's when we go live. And that'll be great. We'll be at an event there. And yeah, guys, we will see you then. So Wes, any parting words? So take us out. Take us out of here, Wes.
I'll see all you guys that come out to visit us next week. I am heading out to fly some airplanes as we speak. I hope a lot of our customers do that today and over the weekend and have a lot of good fun. And yeah, guys, I will see y'all, as always, in the next video, because whether it's land, sea, or air, Motion RC has everything you want. Yeah, had to get it in there.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your day and weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.